Good evening, everybody. It is a special time, a early beginning. It is 10:04. Punch in and welcome to episode 27 of the NXT Night Shift. Now we're getting overtime for this one. We're going over by a few minutes. So I am 1/3 of the Indie Wrestling Guide podcast, and live tonight from the set of the Flip Wilson Show, an hour-long variety show that originally aired on in the U.S. on NBC from September 1970 to June 1974. The show starred American comedian Flip Wilson. The program was one of the first American television programs starring a black person in the title role to become highly successful with a white audience. Specifically, it was the first successful network variety series starring an African American. So we're breaking ground here. We're doing stuff. We're teaching you people. So pay attention. I am Jay Gold, and with me as always, and I heard he was a little sick this weekend, someone who definitely had a sour tummy, the Advil to my fever, the Tums to my heartburn, the suppository to my constipation. It is the host of the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. It's Mr. OTM. It is Kyle.
Hey, I'm not just the host of the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. I am proudly a co-host of NXT Night Shift, the #1 brand in all of professional wrestling, NXT.
The boss man of the Main Event Network. Yeah, that's right.
Got the merch on, which you don't have any merch other than the crew neck, I think.
That's right. I have to get some more, by the way. And I think I can. Hey, Fish. I think I can put something on Redbubble. Maybe we could steal some logos. Who knows? Anyway, of course, Kyle, we missed last week's Invasion, right? One of the most fun episodes of the year. And I was busy for the Jewish New Year. I had my mom here. In case anybody was wondering, we had a dinner at the water. I ate duck. This weekend, we went to ETU in New Jersey, and I want to thank the boys from ETU as they had us in the dive zone. My child scrambled away every time, and I had to have the talk with her. You know the talk, Kyle, the one that fathers have with their daughters for centuries.
Sure.
In this house, we catch dives.
Mm-hmm.
In this house, we protect the workers. I think she understood, Kyle, after all this time. That's right.
She's still very young, only 10 years old, right?
Yep. She almost, and Josh and Big Sam Holloway, he threw a chair at Josh Bishop's face, and it fell right in front of her, almost hit her. So yeah, she's hardcore. Well, let's go, people. As we say, let's grab some acetaminophen, heat up a nice bowl of chicken soup, and get nice and comfy under the covers. Tune in to CW11, and let's go live to the great state of Indiana, home of the North Shore Health Center in Maryville, a nonprofit federally qualified community health center. We are riding in the back of an ambulance, flashing lights, get out of our way. On our way to Invasion. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Welcome to the Wrestling Road Trip. It is the NXT Night Shift. Let's go, Kyle. We got a lot to cover.
Jay Gold, it's Maryville, by the way, and that actually is 10 minutes down the road. If I literally just hop on the road next to me, I will be in that city in 5 to 10 minutes.
I was going to go there to visit you. I thought you weren't feeling well. I was going to go visit you there.
Oh, I didn't want anybody visiting me this weekend, man. I think total within the 3 nights, I probably got like 12 hours of sleep because I was up every hour. It was very unpleasant.
Horrible. I could use a
But we're good now.
Yeah, all right. I could use a good stomach virus.
We're good now, Eric. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Eric, hey, buddy.
And he also said I would have taken out the Iconics and put in Jordan Grace, and Zaya Brooks said, hey, Eric, we're going to get to it.
We'll get to it. We will definitely get to it, but I know you had some. You wanted to backtrack us a little, and let's get some No Mercy feedback from you, and tell me what you want to get off your chest this early in the shift.
Well, yeah, because obviously we didn't even get a chance to properly preview it on the night shift. We did preview it on the Main Event Mixer, by the way, so make sure you go check that out. That's over on YouTube. And that little QR code that's above me, that'll actually take you to every one of the socials for the Main Event Wrestling Network. So that's the easiest way to do it. But we talked a little bit about No Mercy, and man, I was excited going into the show, and I really thought they delivered yet again another really strong PLE. Mm-hmm. And you see a lot of discourse online lately about Monday Night Raw being repetitive, which is fair. You look at Friday Night SmackDown, very dull, nothing of interest going on there. And I think their women's champion has been a flop. But you go over to NXT, there's a buzz, there's this excitement going on. And they gave us a big shock there in the main event. The biggest takeaway coming from that show, obviously, we have a new NXT champion in Ricky Saints. We talked about it. We thought it was Opa's night because we didn't see anybody defeating Opa Femi. We always talked about it on this show ever since it started months ago. Who's going to beat Opa Femi? It was Ricky Saints. But that's what makes NXT great, Jay Gold. The surprise factor. You were not going to get that on the main roster.
No, and I think the show itself really delivered, maybe even over delivered. I think all the matches were some of the results I was surprised with, and some I was pleasantly happy that they didn't go past it. But I am very, very happy. Well,
hey, it's not all about being young in NXT. It is developmental. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean they have to be the youngest.
Yeah, they're developing Ricky Saints. So
he's not WWE ready.
Yeah, he's not TV ready, but I think he is. So anyway. So let's talk about No Mercy. Let's just say we'll go over it quick because we have a big card tonight leading us into a Showdown.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in the house. 80 people watching live right now.
Already.
So shout out to all of you.
Wow, what's up, y'all? And we are starting to really get more subscribers on the Main Event Network page, and it is amazing to see how fast it's growing.
And our X is growing too. It seems like people are starting to slowly find us. And shout out to Mass J. I think he might be watching from Body Slam Net.
Oh yeah,
he shared our post, so always good to see him hanging out with us.
Yeah, man, definitely. So No Mercy was fantastic. It leads us into this. There was no Obafemi on the card tonight. He was out of the Showdown card. Maybe they're trying to tell us something.
I mean, he's got to be the last guy on the team, right?
He is not. They already named everything. It's 4-on-4.
Oh, I thought they were doing 5-on-5.
So did I.
5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series?
Yes, so did I. And apparently it is 4-on-4. They named the 4 guys, and who knows?
Man, that's sketchy. There's still a chance. I think they might add a 5th. No.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I was wrong. It's only 4. And
that's disappointing.
By the way, speaking of sketchy, maybe we should get to the phones before we really get into.
Yeah, I didn't see the line was lighting up down there. Yeah. But guys, this is the part of the night shift experience. You can call in whenever you want, and this guy, he finds our number, and we got Stan from Burlington on the line. Hey, Stan.
Hey, Stan.
Hi, it's me, Stan. From Burlington. I don't know if you remember me.
Oh, we do.
Hi, Stan.
So I watched the Main Event Mixer on Saturday morning. Jay Gold and the Podcast Dad, along with DC Hendricks and Kyle.
Yep.
Are there 2 people on this network who play up that they successfully procreated more than the former 2 hosts? I mean, it's so gratuitous. I might as well go by as Stan from Burlington Senior. Yeah, that's right. Infer what you want. But there's a reason I did and then didn't go to podiatry school.
Makes sense.
Podiatry school.
But if I didn't know better, I'd think you guys were trying to throw me off your scent. Starting 15 minutes earlier tonight. Plus, nobody told me that there wasn't going to be a show last week. I signed on at 10:15, and that annoying 30-second countdown clock has been stuck at 1 on my YouTube feed for almost a week now.
That's fair. Stan. That is an annoying countdown, Stan. I agree with you.
Talk about waiting for Guffman. But I'm glad to see Jay Gold took some time for spiritual reflection during the most holy days of his faith.
Yeah.
With Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, coming, Jay Gold, you have quite a bit to hope is wiped clean from your record. Like you need to ask forgiveness for deciding not to be funny on this show.
That's true, Stan. True that.
I try.
And you need dispensation for the time you use the Robin Bird show as your background. That show was just low-grade pornography without the penetration. Speaking of penetration, you guys managed to get to 200 subscribers. Congrats.
Thanks,
that symbolizes your increasing prominence and market share in the oh-so-niche world of let's watch a television show that pretends to hold real fights and then discuss it with a few hundred oddities and misfits while not wearing pants.
You're not wrong, Stan. You're not wrong.
What the
hell? I'll tell you what. To sweeten the pot, alongside whatever worthless quote-unquote collectibles Jay Gold is promising on the road to 250 or 300, I'll throw in an audio cameo to one lucky subscriber.
Oh, now, look,
I can't guarantee it's going to necessarily be coherent, especially if I've taken my meds around a certain point that day. But you know what? We got to show the subscribers we mean business, right, guys?
That's right.
Great, Stan.
Yeah, speaking of business, is Mr. Cincinnati there?
No, he's not here, Stan.
No.
Oh, that's too bad. I like him. And I like Cincinnati. Hey, Jay Gold, I don't know if you know this, but one of Cincinnati's largest homegrown companies is Total Quality Logistics, a freight brokerage and third-party logistics firm. Well, when it comes to freight, You guys should look at TQL to help you haul some of the shit that comes out of your mouths.
There it
What
is.
doesn't belong and why?
Oh, it's back!
Back, Kyle.
Wow,
What
how
doesn't
about
belong and
that?
why?
Let's
Yeah.
play.
What doesn't belong and why?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys want to play again, huh?
Yeah, we're in.
Sure,
We
yeah,
missed
of
it.
course.
Okay. All right, here we go. For all of our new listeners and viewers, what doesn't belong and why is I give you 3 names and you tell me what doesn't belong and why. Okay, here we go. A, Benjamin Moore. B,
Okay.
Bob Ross. C, Jay Gold. What doesn't belong and why?
I think it's the late, great Bob Ross. I got to say him.
Benjamin Moore is not alive either. I am so afraid to answer this. Stan, Benjamin Moore.
Oh, wrong, you subscriber whores. Well, actually, Kyle was right.
Oh,
But
finally.
the answer clearly is B, Bob Ross. Because
Oh.
he's a beloved American artist. And the other 2 are the little definitions of watching paint dry. Okay, gotta go. Bye.
He saw that one. Fish saw that one coming too. You see that?
Fish, how did he get? What did he talk to Stan beforehand?
I
He was
don't.
on it.
Did he leak the script? I don't know.
Holy moly, Stan! It's good to
Stan.
have you back, and all of our new listeners, and viewers, if you want a cameo from Stan, make it
That's
happen.
big.
50, 300, make it happen.
It's gonna have to get to 300, guys. We're at like 203 right now, so we got some work to do. But there's a couple big months coming up in pro wrestling, so I think we can still get there. And a cameo from Stan, he can go all night long. You never know. He might even sing you a tune.
Yeah, he might sing for you. You guys, it may go over. Imagine Stan gives like a half-hour cameo. You got to sit there and listen to him pontificate.
I want to hear Stan just sing Merry Christmas to people during the holiday season. So that's my goal now, is to get us to 300 just for that.
Exactly. So, Kyle, let's, as we state our goals and we've gotten through No Mercy and Stan, let's talk about tonight's show. Let's lead us off with the new champ, Ricky Saints. And can I just say, can we please retire the "You deserve it" chant from now on?
Okay, you know what? I kind of agree with you.
I love Ricky Saints. He didn't deserve it. He's the champ. It's not a
He
real
earned
sport.
it.
He earned it. Yeah.
I mean, there are people that deserve it. There are instances in wrestling where there's a guy that really hasn't been, in a predominant role, and then he gets finally shotgunned to the top. Then I would say you deserve it. But Ricky Saints, like you were kind of alluding to, always has just been a guy. And a top guy. I mean, even though in AEW he wasn't on TV towards the end of his run there, I mean, he was still FTW champion and on TV every week.
He won the North American title like in the first month
And that
he was
too.
at NXT.
Yeah. Like he
You
was right on the
deserve it.
map. Yeah.
You deserve it.
Deserve it? No, he just climbed the ladder like everybody else did.
Yeah, of course, and he's great for it. So I'm saying good for Ricky. I love that he started off the way he started off, but we get right into it. I mean, we don't even give the champ time to get a new number 1 contender. We get right into JC Jane coming out, and JC Jane tries to speak, and Ava jumps right in on him, and on both of them saying, we need to get team captains for next week. And as she's spewing out team captains, Santino comes out to a much bigger pop than everyone, which is great, by the way, that everybody remembers Santino.
Santino, like, he's got to be on the Mount Rushmore of comedic wrestlers. Him and R-Truth, at least for me. Like that, and when that almost Royal Rumble win with Del Rio in 2011, I think it was quite the moment as well.
Yeah, I think Santino is the way they introduced him. By the way, even doing it in Italy and having him beat Umaga for the Intercontinental title. What an amazing way to introduce your character to the to the universe, right? And no one will ever forget that. So you get Ricky Saints and JC Jane, and then Santino comes out, and you get.
He said, "I do the you deserve it" chant every time someone gets promoted at work.
Listen, P. I mean, come on. So we go from there. We get Santana, which is a well-deserved captain of the team. Yeah, and this just solidified my statement from the other day on the Mixer. There are no NXT women anymore. There are no more. The roster is empty, and now Kalani Jordan is the captain for TNA.
That's what I was gonna say. There's so little of women's talent right now in TNA that the captain is an NXT superstar that has the title representing TNA, and Jordan Grace, who is in NXT now, signed to the WWE, is trying to get onto Team TNA. Like, what? What are we doing here? It's
Yeah.
still fun, but we're nitpicking at that point.
No, we are. We're just saying. I'm just saying it does highlight. He did, by the way. That was a hell of a match on Sunday night. Bishop and
Oh, he was
Santana.
there?
They wrestled each other. It was
Oh,
amazing.
hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Santana is the ETU champ.
Oh, he's still champ. I knew he was champ. I didn't know if he was.
I smelled the title change that night, and I have let the higher ups of ETU know that I was very disappointed. But you know what they said to me? Too bad.
So here's the thing. TNA's invading NXT now. We have Showdown coming on next week. You're an ETU regular. He's the ETU champ. What says we can't get Mike Santana on NXT Night Shift before Bound for Glory?
I'll talk to Fish about it, and Fish and I will go to Andrew and to Bagelmonger and I will beg Struggs to see if he can.
We don't need to beg. Just
Well,
give us an opportunity because we'll hype you up, dude. Because we're all about it. You can hear the crowd too in NXT. They're all about Mike Santana.
First, his music is intoxicating. How fast it catches to people when they start going, and even the crowd tonight, the Boricua chants, like. Everybody loves Santana. And you know what? Sometimes I forget that the man is a founding father of AEW, and he was part of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Forgot about that. Holy shit.
Dude, and then before that he was TNA. So
yeah.
It's not like Mike Santana's not been he is as television ready, as prepared. The man is a professional, and that's who I like seeing as the captain of TNA. It is funny that at TNA's knockout division, which was, let's be honest, was one of the highlights of their entire show for many, many years, is now in the hands of NXT, and they have.
There's times that you could probably say that TNA had a better women's division than WWE for certain.
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. That was the crown jewel of women's wrestling at one time, was TNA. They let the women do their thing, and now. They have their division, their whole division, their roster is so empty. But we'll get to a roster issue that I have also later. Let's go to the back. We have Javon Evans and Leon Slater, the two young OGs doing their thing. And I said, I will love to see that match. I am so excited that they're going to wrestle at
Bound for Glory.
And then you get the Culling coming in. I thought the Culling were going to ruin it, but I was wrong. They are going to wrestle in a tag match. And Lyra gives Tatum a new doll, and the sleight of hand switch where she throws Izzy's doll back to her was so good. I give Tatum full credit. She understands her character.
Her character's got to be one of the stronger ones that they have in NXT right now. And the Culling, not the most exciting team by any means, but I think they're a good hand. They have a purpose on NXT, and it's really just to elevate the baby faces. And I think they do a good job at doing that. And Sean Spears should get some credit, I think.
That is a life for Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears. That is some life he lives. He gets to live in Florida with his hot wife doing his thing. She's
and
working,
now his wife's she's working in NXT now too. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. Amazing. So then we go from there right to the first match of the night, which was a little bit lengthy into the show, but it was a banger. It was Lash Legend and Jada Parker beating the snot out of each other again. Let these two go every week. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. And I was going to ask, I feel like we've talked about this match before because we've seen this before on NXT, but somehow they get better and better every time because these are very two evenly matched talents right now in NXT. They're kind of on the same level in terms of the totem pole going for the title. Like they're one big win away. And I think that win for Jada Parker puts her probably in a position to go after JC Jane's NXT title very soon.
I'm trying to think about where they're going. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know where they're going right now.
Unless it's Fallon. Is Fallon just going to turn finally on JC and she gets a big baby face run out of it? I don't know if Fallon's got that baby face in her, though.
I don't either. I can't see her come out with the cowboy hat smiling. She's supposed to be a villain. Like she can't be like
she's going to be in a catty heel.
Yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her as a face. I don't think that would fit.
But she can go in ring. That's why you know me. I'm a big fan of Fallon Henley. I just want to see her get her shine eventually.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, Eric's probably right for how much attention and time they've given Lola Vice. I think Lola might get a rematch too.
I mean, I think that was my one issue with No Mercy is that you spent all that time building her, and she lost. And you know what? It's
Father was there too.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, like we say that, but like I used to remember like the UFC when they would do their Ultimate Fighter television show, and they would spend half the episode on one guy, talking about how his whole life, right, his story, everything, and then he'd go in the ring and lose in 30 seconds and get knocked out, and he'd be out of the show. That's how I feel. Like Lola Vice, you spent all that time building her up, and now she lost, and now what?
I think the only reason they probably didn't pull the trigger is because they didn't want anything overshadowing Ricky Saints' title win. Which I hate that logic. Like, give us 2 cool moments. It's NXT. Like we said earlier, do the exciting thing because other companies don't have the balls to do it. AEW had a chance there to kind of shock people with Kyle Fletcher. He could have beaten Adam Page, and I wouldn't have batted an eye. The main roster could have shocked people and had Drew McIntyre beat Cody Rhodes. They didn't do it, so why not just give us Lola and Ricky?
So WWE, I always see coming. That's the problem. AEW, the problem with him fighting Adam Page is you decided so fast to have a major young up-and-coming talent who is the TNT champion, and you pushed him right into – and Adam Page just won. Let's be honest. He didn't win like a year ago. He only won like a month and a half ago. So you really you booked yourself into a corner because there was no way you could take the title from the champ so fast.
Yeah, but at least you know now, and this is the last thing we're going to mention of AEW, but at least you know now Kyle Fletcher is a guy.
He's the real deal. Yeah. So we go from that match from Jada and Lash beating each other up. I think you're going to have a third one in this series. I think in a couple weeks you'll probably have them go again.
Stipulation, maybe.
Yeah, because the first time Lash won, now you have Jada getting her win. Yeah, I like it. I think they should do it tough enough where they wear the
fight
gloves
forever,
and box each other.
Yeah, there we go.
Like a bare.
I think Lash would probably win that one. Lash actually played in the WNBA. But then again, Jada Parker was a soccer star. Yeah,
she's a college all-star.
Okay,
so
yeah, they're both athletic women.
We're gonna get into this one here. This is what I was talking about. Here's my issue. We go to the locker room. The men's locker room has everyone's arguing over who's going to be on that. Look around that locker room, and do not tell me that is a scary, unbelievably thin main event or scene in that men's locker room. I don't get it.
No disrespect to Miles Bourne or Josh Briggs, but if those are your options, you got Lexis King in the background, and then you look at Jasper Troy. How do you not pick Jasper Troy? Out of all the people in that locker room, if I'm picking a guy on my team, I want the guy with the chains. That's a bad dude.
Well, I initially thought the whole point of the Survivor Series match was to have Hank and Tank and have Javon Evans and have Oba. And since Oba lost, yes, it's Ricky. But I thought those
all the baby faces, yeah.
Right, I thought those 4 were the guys originally. And instead, he completely motherfucks Hank and Tank and is like, yo, I need a guy who is like the man. And he's like, young OG, that's the guy. And then Trick is like, I'm on the team. And you're like, well, now there's no room for Hank and Tank.
This is the thing with NXT. I know we talk about how great it is, but they really have the same 5 stars. And they just kind of shuffle through them all. And they got to find some next, the up-and-coming talent after this.
The men's locker room is so thin, I got very uncomfortable. I was like, who are we choosing, guys? What are we sending out to war against?
Is there even, a big name out there that could, eventually come to NXT? I don't even think of anybody off the top of my head that's, a free agent.
Okay, look, if you wanted me to make an NXT 4 men's team right now, it would be Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Oba Femi, and Trick Williams.
Yeah,
those are your top 4.
That would be my 4 as well. Yeah,
but since I don't know what they're doing with Oba, I would say Javon Evans can belong in there. But I would still do Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Evans, and if it's not Oba, then I'm having a lot of trouble. By the way,
speaking of Oba,
yeah.
So obviously he wasn't on the show tonight. What if he does answer that call? Friday night, Sami Zayn, we talked about it probably weeks ago, months ago, and now it's a report that could be a possibility. Hey, guys, we've been talking about it for months, like I said over here. But
who came away with the U.S. title in their first match debut and came out,
Kevin Owens?
He didn't win it.
Oh, really?
Remember, he came out with the NXT title. He squashed Cena with the Papa Powerbomb, and then he just walked out.
Yep, that's right.
So I'm nervous that if you have Oba Femi, and you've been running these United States title matches,
What are you laughing at?
Fish is coming.
He's like the Great Brown Hope. I swear to God, Alberto Del Rio gets brought up in our group chat every day for some reason. Fuck that guy.
He said he came back and won the title, but comeback is not the same as your initial main roster introduction. Winning, the only people who've done that is Carlito. He won the U.S. title in his first match, and Mr. Kennedy. Those two
Oh,
guys
Mr.
won.
Kennedy too. Okay. Oba would be a great candidate for it. I mean, we've been speaking his praise. Oh, I like that.
Kennedy.
He's even got,
Right.
If I did that, I'd break my microphone. So
Mine's a freestanding. That's why I can do that.
I'm surprised you didn't break something there. I'm not talking about the microphone.
Oh, well. Anyway, so the roster.
That means he's old, guys.
It's right. It's the hips. It's the shoulders. You know.
You can't spell old without Jay Gold.
I like where's Kine? He called me Jay Goat.
I tell you what, the chat's a little dead right now, even though there's 128 people watching, which is wild.
Come on, where's the? We
We're
got the fish. We got P-Man. We got Eric Douglas in there. Where's the rest?
The
Where's
Fish.
Yeah, Matt
It's like
Fish.
the Ohio State University.
Oh, that's right.
Santino won his debut. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm just wondering if you're gonna have Oba win if this is the time, which it should be. But
Yes, he can't lose to Sami Zayn in his debut.
by the way, I have a great idea in my head for Obafemi. You book him exactly
John
like
Cena.
Umaga was booked.
Yeah,
you just have him
with
kill
the
everybody.
U.S. title.
Yes, you have him kill everybody. Umaga killed everybody, and then then John Cena and him had to you had to do so much to him to have him lose.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they probably are going to do now that I think about it even more. But don't be like this kid I saw on TikTok. He said booking Obafemi's main roster run. He had him debuting against Sami Zayn, and then I just kept scrolling through his slides that he was doing,
Right.
and he had a new matchup every month. And then we got to like WrestleMania 45, and I said, "All right, I'm done. I don't need Obafemi as U.S. champion for 2 years." That's why you don't listen to everything you hear on the internet. That's why they book the shows and we talk about them.
We got to the WrestleMania 45 match, Obafemi versus a returning Bull Buchanan in the first match of the night in night one. In the pre-show at night one.
How about Bull Dempsey? That's a name we haven't heard in a while.
I'll
Former
do that.
NXT superstar.
The worst. That dude is the dirt worst. Anyway, all right. Let's get back on track. We got to go to the man, the guy that we love, all ego, Ethan Page, coming out, calling out Dr. Wagner Jr., which I'm not understanding what's happening in that feud.
We need the Great Brown Hope for this one. He's our local lucha expert.
I don't understand what's happening there. What is going on with Dr. Wagner
They've
Jr.?
been feuding for some time now. I don't know if it's on AAA, but I've seen the back and forth, promos they're cutting. That's about it.
It's strange, but so he calls him out. A car pulls up, and it's Mustafa Ali, which is a pleasant surprise, by the way.
How about that promo? How about that back and forth? Like Ali brought some realism into it.
But I like that he goes like he's like I don't care.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like that's the perfect foil for Ali. He just had this feel good story. It's been 700 and something days since he got fired. And he's like Ethan Page is like, yeah, go tell that to someone else. I don't care. and I can relate to that because you know how many times and you know this. I tell people I'm just like I don't care. Yeah, that might come off as rude, but at least I'm honest. And Ethan Page is an honest man.
And those promos also can go the way of you deserve it. I get it. You wanted it. We all want it. You've been dying for it. You got cut before you got your. All right, like I get it, but that match is gonna rule. And
I think Ali's gonna win. They need to get some titles. They need to get some titles, dude. NXT's taking all the TNA titles.
You're not going to bring Mustafa Ali to do the North American title every week. It's just not going to happen.
No, they're not going to do that. Ethan Page could maybe get the title back. If you want to keep the TNA NXT relationship going, flop an NXT title on over to TNA.
Yeah. Well,
maybe a moment.
I am very excited for that. The card has shaped up. That card next week is going to be sick.
That's a PLE.
Yeah.
I don't think people are really talking about the fact that the TNA NXT partnership now is probably the best thing in professional wrestling, at least on TV, in my opinion.
It's on free TV. That's the best part about it. It is as free as on CW, and it is free.
Is there anything else on TV catching your eye more than this right now?
No. No, Eric says I'm there's no Mustafa Ali slander, Eric.
Hey, he did not have any slander. He just doesn't think he should win. And I think Jay Gold does have a fair point there, but I kind of got sold by that promo.
It's just that the promo is what it is. Like I've heard that promo from, even Sami Zayn a million times, but I'm saying I enjoy it. I think Ethan Page and him are gonna tear it up.
Two professionals.
Those are again two television professionals, and I love that. So we talked about the men's roster. Here's the complete opposite. JC Jane walks into a loaded women's roster,
Yeah.
loaded that locker room, and I cannot understand the people they chose. If you ask me, Zarya would have been on that team. I don't know. I wouldn't put Fallon on that team, but you did see, and I think you probably got a little nervous. Zarya wanted to pull Sol Ruka aside. They needed to talk when Sol Ruka was chosen.
Oh, it's happening soon.
There are issues. I'm not happy about it.
I'm not ready for it, Jay Gold. I feel like we're just still enjoying this run between the two. But we knew it was going to happen eventually. This is what we've been talking about. Maybe that's why Sol Ruka really hasn't been defending that North American title. It's because Zarya is just going to snap very soon. I don't know when it is. Maybe she's the one that costs the women's NXT women's team the match.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? Can you imagine if she?
Because on paper, those women's teams are not fair.
Oh no.
No disrespect to Team TNA.
Who was the other girl?
Jakara Jackson.
Yeah. What?
Mara Sade now. That's her name.
Yeah. Mara Sade, yeah.
And then the Iconics, which I love, but they don't stand on the level of the current NXT.
But it shows you how stacked the NXT women's roster is and how thin the TNA Knockouts division has become. No more Madison Rayne. No more beautiful people. We're just no Gail Kim. We're just missing all what made TNA so beautiful back. Because I know time is a bitch. It takes us all. But you know what? It is what it is. Like it just.
And think of all the names that didn't get picked for Team NXT. Hey, Great Brown Hope. Good to see you, bud.
GBH, we missed you. There he
Thea
is.
Hale's one of them. Zarya, like you mentioned. Lash Legend. Lainey Reed. They still have other talent on there that probably weren't even being considered for this. That could have been a decent, addition.
Can you imagine Zarya, Jordan Grace, JC
Blake
James,
Monroe, too?
Blake Monroe, yeah.
Like, where was Blake tonight? You can't keep Blake Monroe off TV any week. She should be on no matter what. She should have cut a promo being all pissed off, just picking out roses or something.
They should have had her holding Jordan Grace's hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Come on, guys, listen to us, and they'll do it next week.
Everybody.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it next week.
Well,
timestamp this.
Here's the thing: Jordan Grace also, when she was talking to Kalani Jordan.
All right, Eric. I don't know what's going on with the Zaya Brookside thing. You keep commenting it. I don't even know what's happening with her.
I think she was on one episode of Speed, and that was about it.
Well, he was saying that she got screwed over. How did she get screwed over? I'm confused. What did I miss?
You know what? He's right, though, because she is she's been in TNA for a while.
Oh, okay. That's what
they
he
didn't
means
choose
by
her.
that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I guess that's fair, Eric. I understand your frustrations now.
But could you imagine when Jordan approaches Kalani Jordan when they're having that conversation, and they go when they call Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace is like missing hair? Wouldn't that have been great if she was talking to her and like part of her hair was gone?
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, they needed to play that up. So we go from there, and here's something that I couldn't believe. We have the Hardys talking about the winner take all title match.
Yeah,
and I looked this up. Matt Hardy is 51, and Jeff Hardy is 48 years old, and their faces don't age. They don't age. Their legs do. You can tell.
Their body definitely does.
Yeah, but Jeff Hardy looks exactly the same as he did 20 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, Zaya Brookside and Mariah May tried out together. They picked Zaya but didn't pick Mariah. Hey, it ended up working out in the long run, right?
That's not nice. Butters,
hey, Butters.
Hello.
On the Facebook gimmick tonight, I see.
Yeah, he's gimmicking it up tonight on the Facebook. Classic. Anyway, so I couldn't believe that but you know what? That match is going to be great. Now, I have a little issue with titles versus titles.
You always have an issue.
I'm just you got to lay it all out. It can't all be perfect.
No, I agree with you. Because who do you actually go with in that match? It has to be Dark State, right?
I was going to say, you're going to take the titles away from the young kids, like the Dark State kids for the Hardys.
And you would assume the Hardys would be in business of putting over young talent too, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're getting.
But Butters still supports us, Great Brown Hope. So credit to Butters for stopping by. See, he even said he loves us. Look at the good vibes tonight.
Yeah.
No hostility over here.
Nothing but good vibes. So we go from there to the Bourne and Briggs match. Now, I said make sure you turn off the skull when he came in the ring, the smoking skull.
He got that from what's the Halloween stores that always pop up?
Oh, Spirit
Halloween. That's where he got that from.
Now, okay, the match was good. It was fine. Now, and you always talk up Briggs in these big match spots. How come this match didn't shouldn't this match have had an urgency? Hey, I really want to get on that team, and you guys should be beating the living crap out of each other to get on that team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it was Miles' board problem. Yes. You're right, because like the match was weird and getting
even the Cardona
why so Cardona's not even a part of Team TNA, but
Right.
he assists in that match getting Miles Bourne on Team NXT. Where's the logic?
Yeah, I didn't get it. I think it was just a spot for Cardona to come out and do this, where he puts his arms out and he's just like, Cardona,
and then he'll share it a million times on X. Dark State feels like the type of people that hang outside of internet cafes and bully you into playing Counter-Strike against them. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I love the shit that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, it's
or I guess
great.
that he types.
His finisher is just the zigzag.
RKO? Oh,
it's a zigzag.
Yeah, it's just Nick Nemet's old finisher.
The problem here is that I didn't feel any urgency, and I should have. And I also felt the same way about the match with Lola and Fallon.
Agreed.
There was no. You're fighting to get on the team that's going to go up against TNA. There needs to be more of an urgency from everyone involved, and it has to make sense. So, I mean, that's fine. Miles Bourne's on the team. Then we go in the back, and we do get that Kalani Jordan and Jordan Grace moment. And Joe Hendry. Yeah. Joe Hendry.
As she said, Joe Henry.
Yeah. And Joe Henry pops out, and then you get Santana, who's like, neither one of you are going to be on my team. Let's go.
So they just had so many cameos, and they're like, maybe I'll pick you. I'd rather not.
That's what's so funny about the whole invasion thing, because as much as like even in WCW, when you wanted WCW to invade WWE, even back in the day, you had it was always difficult because you don't get those. You expect the dream matches. You're like, oh, this is gonna fucking rule because we're gonna get this. Instead, we got Buff Bagwell and Booker T, and we got DDP on occasion, and a lot of ECW guys who are already in WWE, and the invasions never, even in Forbidden Door, like you expected so much more in AEW Forbidden Door, in the first original Forbidden Door, and then you realize these guys can't work together. Nobody knows who's supposed to win unless TNA is really owned by WWE, which it looks like more and more it's going to be one day.
I was going to say. You're
still trying to negotiate between two giant promotions, right? So you're never getting, like, I'm just not getting.
It's not all about wins and losses, Jay Gold. It's professional wrestling. It's about exposure, getting more eyes on the product.
But I want the matches I want. I don't care about the wins and losses.
I mean, that's fair, but we are getting some pretty cool matches.
Yeah.
No, we're going to get them at Bound for Glory, too, which is a TNA branded pay-per-view that you have to buy with your own money. And I think a lot of NXT fans, including myself, are going to buy Bound for Glory because of this partnership between the two.
And I give TNA credit to keep a guy like Kazarian around. Even if you could, I would have. I would love TNA to go out and get. And I've seen pictures and tweets from James Storm. He looks exactly the same. Can we get
Bobby Roode and AJ Styles too?
Give me James Storm. Just give me a few more guys, right? I know you can't give me Christopher Daniels. We can't get Joe. We can't get all those guys. But there's got
Joe.
It is. Me too. It is what it is. So. All right, from there we go to the Lola and Fallon match. Unremarkable. Lola wins. I said this was unremarkable for that coveted spot. Like, it was a coveted spot that everybody wanted to be on the team, and yet nobody felt like they really wanted it. So
yeah, I had nothing to add from that match. Just underwhelming.
And then we get the progressive hype. I love the progressive hype.
You love
Dark
it.
State. I think it's great. I really do. I think that's such a cool part of the night, and I don't think WWE takes advantage of it on their main roster shows.
Yeah, you're right.
As much as NXT uses it, it really puts. I mean, Dark State they're so Saquon Sugars is a master.
Their promos are good now. Like the last couple weeks they've been fantastic.
Great, they are great. He is a master on the mic, and even the white guy who can't wrestle is great
Cutler
on the mic
James.
lately. Yes, he's making me a lot more of a Cutler James fan.
Hey, breaking news out of TikTok. I found out that Adriana Rizzo and Cutler James are actually dating in real life. So there's a little sneak behind the curtain there.
Rizzo from the D'Angelo family?
Yeah. That was
wonder
with
where
Don. She tore ACL. So she's recovering right now. But yeah, I'm surprised Cutler James didn't talk about sticking things up people's butts during that promo. He actually took it seriously.
And since we are at NXT show, where has Tony D been? I would love to know if they're repackaging.
He was in the video package for Halloween Havoc. I don't know if you noticed
was he?
that. Yeah.
Was he? Oh,
Maybe he returns then. A zombie Tony D, who's back from the dead. Sponsored by Borderlands. And maybe Maybelline.
maybe. Maybe makeup to make him look a zombie-ish. So
Do you like that? Did you notice too when they were picking the women's team that Ren Sinclair even threw out a makeup thing before they actually got to the promo segment?
they were in the corner there looking at the
Like this is what we're doing with Ren Sinclair, who's part of the what's the no quarter catch
Club.
Yeah,
Where's Charlie? Where'd Charlie Dempsey go? Shouldn't he be on Team NXT? That would be amazing.
Yeah, honestly, Charlie Dempsey should be on TV more. So should Lexus King as well.
I agree. I know that. I think Great Brown Hope hates him, but I know a few people hate him, but I love him. I think he's hilarious.
We know the podcast dad hates Lexus
him.
King. We had fun on the mixer last week. That was a good one.
Yes, and I have no issues with Lexus King. I think eventually, even the guys, and he's got a one up because he's a second generation. Eventually, these guys get it, and I think Lexus King gets where he's supposed to be.
He's has a role.
Yeah, he's not a varsity blonde or whatever. He's this guy. He's supposed to be a little nuts, a little annoying. Like I like that. That's
like you said, the varsity blonde in AEW was generic and bland and had no layers to it.
What happened to that other dude? What happened to his tag team partner?
He is now a part of a frat faction. Yes, you heard that right. With Preston Vance and some other big dude. Might be the dumbest thing I've seen this year.
Is that an ROH?
I don't know, man. It's probably an AEW, which ROH is an AEW. So there you go. Charlie's in Japan. Oh, that answers our question.
So now we get to the match that actually I was really looking forward to, and it did not disappoint. The Young OG and Leon Slater versus the Culling. And this is just a fun match with two young lions showing everything off. Sean Spears and his, whatever the other guy's name is, they were basing really well for them and doing all sorts of stuff. And I could not have been more excited to see those guys fly all over the place. Fantastic.
I agree. And it's crazy because the combined age of Javon Evans and Leon Slater is still younger than Jay Gold. Can you believe that?
It's totally true. But
seriously, like they even said it too in their little interaction. They're like, we might be the youngest dream match out there in professional wrestling. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, you probably are. I mean, you're both 21 years old, and it's crazy what they can do and how comfortable they seem on TV, because that's a hard thing to do. You could be an indie darling flying all over the place and, high-fiving the fans in the front row. But when you have to hit your spots and your times and be looking at the right areas, these two are professionals, man. They're so young.
Well, I mean, if you watched Slammiversary this summer when he won the X Division title from
I did
Moose,
watch that. Yeah, it was great.
And I was there. What a match. I mean, he had every fan in the palms of his hands. It was that good. That kid is legit. Amazing.
He'll be over in WWE in a couple of years. Watch.
I was praying during the match for the Swanton 450. Like every time he did, every time he went to the top rope, I wanted him to hit that move. It is the craziest looking finish out of where we are so jaded as wrestling fans that we have seen so many finishes that to be able to see a finish that still gets me like that excited.
Well, you heard the crowd too. That's like the loudest we've heard of the NXT crowd in a while, and that match really had no stakes to it whatsoever. It was just, here's a showcase match of two of the youngest stars in professional wrestling, Leon Slater, Javon Evans, the future.
All I wanted to see when I was younger in TNA was Petey Williams' Canadian Destroyer, Abyss's Black Hole Slam, Chris Sabin's Cradle Shock. Those were, and I've said it on here before, the pay-per-view TNA days on Fox Sports and then on the pay-per-view Wednesdays had the best finishers in wrestling. We have seen so many finishers that are pretty much the same thing now. To see something as beautiful as a Swanton 450 is it's fun as a wrestling fan to be excited about something that you haven't seen before. And I love that. Yeah.
For sure.
Love it.
I agree.
Love it. So that match ends. It ends exactly as it should, with one of them eating the 450. The two of them get their hype, and we go to what I was really looking forward to, the parking lot face-off with both rosters. And I just want to see Mance on NXT beating somebody up so badly. Him and Steph.
They've just been making out in the background. They really haven't got to say anything or do anything of significance. But I agree. And if professional wrestling, Mance Warner and what he has done. But I agree, man. He needs to actually get a predominant spot on this
It's
story.
so silly. This is where he belongs. Like he belongs in this feud somewhere. I don't know where it's going to
Because
fit,
he's
but
just a wild card, you know?
yeah, he definitely belongs somewhere in this feud. I don't know if they're going to continue after this, if we'll get to see more.
Well, how do you
But
not put Steph on the women's team? Like, Steph DeLander's a bigger name than Mara Sade.
I know that was it's so hard to say.
Oh, it hurts my
Now,
mouth.
okay,
Now I know
wait.
why they called her Jakara Jackson.
Yeah, that just rolled off the tongue. Okay,
Yeah.
so now that we are at the end here, let's discuss the rosters. Let's go over the
Yeah,
team.
let's break it down.
Let's give you the breakdown of the men and women. We'll start with the men, and we'll give the women the respect they deserve.
Are we going to do
because-
our predictions too, since we technically are going to be live after the show? Might as well, right?
All right, yeah, let's do predictions. All
Yeah,
right, let's
quick
do
hits.
that too. All right, so let's start with the men's four-way. It's a Survivor Series style elimination match. It is Trick Williams, Ricky Saints, Miles Bourne, and Javon Evans versus Moose, Frankie Kazarian, Mike Santana, and Leon Slater. Now, I'm going to say this is controversial. I like the TNA team better.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I could see why you would say that. And I actually think TNA is going to win this match.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, the TNA champion is on Team NXT, so I think Trick Williams might be the reason that NXT fails here. So that's going to be my pick as Team TNA in this one. But that's a pretty stacked TNA team. Pretty balanced, too. Like, you got the veterans, and you got the future and the current.
You got the power, you got the high flyers. It definitely is.
On paper, it's the more balanced team for sure. And there's a lot more question marks over on Team NXT.
So,
and I probably would have picked, but Kaz is an OG of TNA. But Cardona
here's
is the
the reason
name.
why. Here's the reason why I think NXT has to win, because you can't have one of these TNA guys pin the NXT champion. I just can't see it.
That
I see
won't
Ricky
happen.
Saints to be the final guy.
Oh, I see Mike Santana probably pinning Trick Williams.
Yeah, but that means Ricky Saints has to leave at some point in the match. It's an
Oh,
elimination.
yeah, it's elimination. You're right. Huh. Oba's. I don't want them to continue that. Yeah,
No,
I don't
no,
know,
no.
man. Now you really got me conflicted. I'm gonna stick
Right?
with Team TNA.
Okay,
Even though
I'm
I
going to go with
think
Team
I'm
NXT.
probably wrong.
So I'm taking the men's Team NXT. Now we go to the women's. We go to JC Jane. We go to Saul Ruka. We go to Lola Vice. And who is the third? Who's the fourth member?
I don't know. I thought you had it
JC
written
Jane,
down.
Saul Ruka, Lola Vice. I can't. I had it
Jada
written
Parker.
down.
Jada Parker.
So Miss Parker versus the Iconics,
NXT.
Jelani Jordan and Mara Sade. Yes, it has to be the
NXT.
NXT women. Mhm.
Unless Zarya is the one that cost, that could happen too. But man, there's no way if this is a clean match, TNA women should win.
No. Can't.
Then
do
again,
it.
Jordan Grace can get involved too. She's not in the card.
But if I could, the Iconics were never that known for their in-ring skills as much as their intros and their personalities for so long. Why are they the ones you decided to put on there? It's not
Because
like
we
they're
all
putting
know
on
who they
five-star
are.
bangers,
We
right?
all know who they are. The
Can they be
WWE
called the
audience all knows it.
Iconics? for
Also,
for
no,
NXT?
they called an inspiration. But I'm going to call this too. Mara Sade gets taken out before this match, and Jordan Grace replaces her for Team TNA.
Ooh, yeah, it's a
I
great
think that's
idea.
the story they're telling because she's the weak link on that team, and Jordan Grace actually, it makes more sense for her to be on Team TNA, honestly.
I think so. She could say, "I've been booked terribly, so it's time for me to kick all your asses."
No, not because of that. I mean, Kalani Jordan being on Team TNA is still wild to me.
Yes. Eric is still going to put... Eric, I think you should go to the show with a sign that says book
Zaya
Brookside. Yes. If Zaya doesn't get booked, we riot. That's what you should...
Eric riots. I'm not rioting. I'll be all right.
Yeah,
I love the passion. Always love the passion.
Yeah.
Eric.
So, okay, so we go from there. So we have I am 2-0 NXT. You are 1-1 TNA and NXT.
Yes.
We'll go from there to the Ethan Page Mustafa Ali match. I'm gonna go first here. I'm picking Ethan Page because there's no way. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't, and there's no way they're gonna tie on this show. There's gonna be a definitive winner. So now that I think about it, and I split the Survivor Series matches, which I think will definitely happen, I definitely see a Team TNA win out of one of those two. So I will also go with Ethan Page. I know earlier I said Mustafa Ali could win, but Ethan Page is probably the right call. He's just too good right now, man. He's too good.
He is. He's on fire right now. There's no reason for him to lose.
Another one that's one of the best in things going in professional wrestling.
Yep, Ethan Page, one of the best things going on television right now. And then we go to, so we have the two women's matches. We have the North American. Now we go to the tag match. Winner take all, which I'm still not comfortable with. The Hardys and Dark State. Okay. I don't know. If I was using a booking mind, I would say you can't let Dark State, the young guys, lose those NXT titles. However, I can see the value of having the Hardys on both shows.
It's WWE too. You know how much they would milk the Hardys are going to be on NXT this week. They defend their titles on NXT this week. They're going to be on this PLE. I mean, it would make sense. I wouldn't be mad, but I still kind of would in the same sense because, like you said, Dark State just got those NXT titles. But then again, they do a little back and forth for a little bit. I don't think it would hurt anybody.
And as I said, the Hardys are in their late 40s and early 50s. I don't see why. I could see them saying, we'll take a beating from Dark State. And we'll...
Yeah, Dark State's going to win. I'm sticking with the Dark State boys. And then NXT will win 3-1 overall in the night. That's how I see it going down.
There's only 4 matches?
Yeah, I mean, those Survivor Series matches are going to take up an hour.
I would love to see Cardona and Mance and
How do you not get Nemeth involved either? You have Nemeth, you have Cardona.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it.
But
I would love to see like Cardona and Mance versus Tavion Heights and
Hank
somebody
and
else. Oh, there you go.
Cardona and Mance versus Hank and Tank. There it is. There's your.
We just got it for you. We did you a favor.
Give us the pencil. I have the microphone. Give me the pencil.
By the way, I'm telling you that there's still room for one more match, and I think you could do Cardona and Mance versus.
They'll sneak something. Something's got to be on there for sure.
And I think the night will be filled with nothing but cameos and people beating each other up and dumb stuff.
It's gonna be a fun night for sure.
Yeah, but I do think
breaking it down.
Yeah, and we gave you the opener. It should be Hank and Tank versus Cardona and Mance.
Honk, honk.
And that would be great, by the way. Mance gets the pin over one of those two guys.
No, Hank and Tank go over there too.
Hank and Tank pin Mance.
On top. I acknowledge him.
Cardona's definitely not eating a pin on NXT television. There's no way.
That's not going to work for him, brother.
No.
I'll be talking about Cardona here in a couple days on OTM. It's going to be a fun week.
That's so good. Oh, well, it looks like we are getting to the end here, and we have a big show next week that we're going to be on right after.
It's Showdown, not Invasion, because that's sensitive with the times right now.
I will say from a Jewish standpoint, it doesn't matter. It's the title of a show.
We know it's a former TNA show. Why are people getting butthurt?
No, not TNA. It's the WWE, WCW, ECW Invasion pay-per-view. That's what it was.
I thought it was a TNA. Invasion was a thing.
No, Invasion was WWE versus Team WCW, ECW.
Oh, I don't know why I saw
and
somebody say
the
it was
promo
a TNA
poster.
name.
The promo poster was Shane and Stephanie.
I do remember that poster. I do remember that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that was and you know what? It's sad that all of a sudden we have to make changes. It's silly. It's not sad. It's silly. Names are names.
Yeah, I get why they're doing it, but
I get
doesn't mean I have to agree. Doesn't mean we agree.
And it opens itself up to a whole bunch of bad stuff on Twitter and to all the creeps come out and whatever. But you do what you do. Showdown. You want me to call it Showdown? I'm fine with it. They managed to squeeze it in there and have the big W instead of a V.
It's the least exciting name ever. Oh, we're getting ready for NXT TNA Showdown.
A Showdown. Well, look, I'm very excited for it. Either way, you don't have to call it anything. It's just an episode of NXT. You could call it NXT TNA. Show whatever.
Just another episode of the best weekly television show in professional wrestling.
That's right, and jump on board to the night shift right after, and we're going to give you everything you need. I'll let you hit the plugs for the subscriber counts.
That's right. We're sitting at 204, I think, right now. A lot of fun things going on at the Main Event Wrestling Network. We are proud members of that network. We got our own podcast, but we also got bloggers. We got memes. You name it, we have it here at the network. There's that QR code above there. Scan that. That's where you're going to check out all that good stuff. We are on X at NXT Night Shift, and I brought up those other podcasts as well, Jay Gold, so why don't you tell them what IW
Yes.
guys got cooking up this week.
So this week on the Indie Wrestling Guide, we spent like an hour and a half with Kevin from PWI, Kevin McElvaney, the editor and chief of Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500, and we talked with him for a long time. He's a great dude. He does a select few bunch of interviews. I believe he's doing one with the.
He's now a horde around the whole
WrestleHolics.
network. Yeah, the Junkies had him last year. WrestleHolics had him tonight, and IW Guide had him this week as well.
Yeah, so check him out with us on Thursday. We go over a lot of nonsense. We talk a lot about the PWI, a lot of ideas we throw at him. And
did you ask any hard-hitting questions?
Sure, we got into everything. My number one question was, why was Derek Dillinger not in the top 500? But that was
we haven't seen the women's one yet, have we? I was
no,
say,
he's actually working on it now. Yeah, he's working on it now.
I'm calling it now. So Ruka's going to be top 15.
You know what?
Watch.
There is the way he explains on the episode.
She's got titles.
Yeah, titles, but titles defended.
And she wins, but she wins a lot of TV matches too.
Titles defended is you have to fight. Like you can't just have the belt.
So Logan Paul was not high on that list.
He's not on the list. He didn't make the list.
He didn't even make the list.
He didn't wrestle enough matches.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
He had to wrestle 6 matches. He only wrestled like 3.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. He's honest. They're like, it's not a gimmick. They're like, if you didn't do it, you could miss they didn't put Roman Reigns on it.
Okay.
So it happens. You gotta understand. They gotta wrestle.
If there's a wrestling list without Roman Reigns, is it even worth reading?
It's not a wrestling list. It is a list of it's a competition style list that was judged for the year, not for who he is, but for the full year.
Fair enough. But Roman Reigns is still.
He is, but he said, he goes, how can you put Roman Reigns on a list when he didn't wrestle enough? He didn't have 6 matches.
That's fine.
Or 10 matches. He had
the Mr. 10. OTM top 25. Roman Reigns is number 1.
All right, you like what you like, but
that's the guy. That's my tribal chief, But I'm gonna definitely check that out. That's coming out on Thursday, right?
Yep. Robbie, you're late.
Robbie, it's also like 3 a.m. where Robbie's at probably right now. Robbie, you're a crazy bastard. But hey. Crazy. Fun stuff going over on my other show as well this week at Pot on the Mark, as you see on the screen. We got Big Trouble Ben Bishop, Mr. 304 on the PWI list. He's going to be facing off against Matt Cardona this Sunday. Matt Cardona, who you just saw on NXT tonight. So a really big matchup for Big Trouble Ben Bishop. I'm going to be interested to see what he's got to say about the Tribal Keith as well. So that'll be a fun conversation.
One of the best things, and you turned me on to that. It's one of the funniest damn things I've ever seen.
He just, I don't know how to put it into words right now because I'm tired, but he's great.
The Tribal Keith is one of the more ridiculous, like spot on characters that you know what, if he wasn't a wrestler, it would have been even funnier if he did that character, but it's a great character. It's hilarious.
I don't know what character you're talking about. That's an actual human
or that person. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Tribal Keith is a real person.
Which, by the way, go buy your Tribal Keith shirts because all the proceeds are going to suicide prevention. I think that ends here in an hour. So if you're watching this right now, please show your love. And we'll be back next week for Showdown. Right? You excited?
I am, and thanks to everybody who watched tonight. We had a lot of people watching.
137 to close it out, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we'll be back next week, next Tuesday after NXT live at 10:15 Eastern. So we'll see you guys then.
See you then.